Yes, yes, people. You know what's back. You know who's back. And it's that Wednesday. I wouldn't say therapy, maybe not. But you know it's the Cape and Don. But we've got a special guest with us today, man. Man like CM. And when they say CM, he's the man that has the same surname as me. Big up to my fellow Grenadian / Jamaican. Big up to my bro Craig in the building. We say, my G.
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on the show, man. Blessings.
Yeah, man. And obviously my co-host with the most sweet boy from the south side of town, my brother, Cape.
What's the man them saying, man? Finally some
Good.
Arsenal football back to wipe that Villa loss away from the minds. That's what I call it, innit? So,
Brother,
good, man.
listen.
I can't lie to you, man. I've had a long day at work, long
same.
day. So I'm just happy to watch some football. Hopefully, see some good football and we move, man. So I'm happy to be with you. Shout out Craig, man. It's love to have you.
Big up Craig, man. Love in a bit. Hey, big up to honorary guest, man like BBK Sports. He's not an honorary guest. He's more like VIP in the building. You know what I mean?
BBL Sports.
Stop that. Stop the disrespect to my brother. But big up to BBK Sports, man, doing bits. If you ain't subscribed to BBK Sports already, you're missing so much wicked content. When I mean wicked, I mean good content. So make sure you go and subscribe to him and all them things there. But anyway, you know what? I'm just going to get into it. Last night I done a stream, yeah. I didn't do a stream. I was on someone else's stream, yeah. And I got rattled, I really got rattled on the stream, bro. You should have seen me. I was so vexed, bro, because now the rivals, we lose one game and the rivals are talking now. The rivals, Man United rival. Man United, not the Man City, man. They're kind of like, obviously you got Big Steve chatting his thing and that, yeah. But Man United rival was like giving it chess, talking about Man City and they're 2 points behind and all this kind of stuff. And I was telling, man, I believe in my team, bro. I still believe that my team's going to win the league. Now, people ain't going to like me saying that, but Cape knows that I don't care what man say, innit? I'm going to believe what I want to believe. So I was giving this guy my chest, pause, and he just weren't liking it. He just weren't liking what I was saying, bro. And then he started saying, "Oh, historically and all that." I goes, "Listen, bro,
History
I'm not doing the History Channel history lessons, bro. Yeah, I'm telling you, that I believe that we're gonna win the league this season still, even with City doing their madness. And even if I didn't believe, I'm not telling you that."
Yeah, and you're not gonna show a lack of chest 15 games in after one loss in 18.
Exactly.
And two, like 3 weeks ago, almost the whole world was conceding. It's yours to lose. You look the best team. Oh, I can't lie to you. You man look serious. Everyone else. So what? It takes one draw against Chelsea, 10 man, and our first loss in since game week 3 in Premier League, and like to show a bit of positivity, show a bit of back into the team, to show a bit of belief is either some delusion, you're the manager sexual, or you're just trying to, bro. Like, if most of the fans, because funny enough, when you say this, like, I remember, like, after a couple of games in the season, you were like, you're gonna wait a bit till you give your judgment on whether we're going to win the league, because you didn't want to say it. So for you to actually say this now, I don't think you actually said it to me, but that shows that the team is giving you enough belief for you to want to believe it. And even amongst our first poor result, the table, this is the closest anyone's been to us in a couple of weeks, to be honest, in terms of the points and stuff. So one loss, one drop points, and we could see ourselves second. Remember, I said we're never going to see second again, and I'm still hanging on that hill as well. I don't doubt it. Like, we had a tough run of fixtures, and funny enough, we got one win, one draw, one loss. Funny enough, in those 3 games. But our next upcoming fixtures coming up in the Prem are quite favourable. When you look at the teams in and around us, they got majority away games, majority tough games where they haven't shown consistency this season. Like, that's what I said. Yeah, I think people couldn't have. I think the whole world was so happy Arsenal lost. It was like yes, now we can actually, everyone can just pile in. Like, we can say, the pressure's on. And I like it. I almost think Arsenal need that pressure to prove themselves. I feel like if we had, I think I said this to you, if we had cakewalked the league, people would have been like, "Oh, you didn't really have a challenge, or you didn't really earn it, or da 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 da." So, hey, man, them man that are just trying to hate bun them, man. I'm gonna say it, fam, because you're just like when you like. It's been a long time since us as fans can actually believe in our team, like believe in the team, believe in the squad, believe in the man, whoever it is, like have that confidence. So, bro, if one loss is not going to derail some fans from saying, "Oh, I still think we're going to win," then you should almost respect them, because most Arsenal fans that we've seen in our fan base have kind of lost their heads after that one loss to saying, "Oh, this is why we're not going to win," or X, Y, Z, and that's fair that they're saying that. But for me, it's like regroup and you go again. I don't know about you, Craig, what you think, but like.
This is a major setback last week. You know, we lost at Aston Villa, didn't have our strongest team out, had injuries. But I wasn't worried. Like, you know, sometimes you ain't gonna win every single game. Some games you're gonna lose, and you have to bounce back. What makes great teams is bouncing back from a defeat. You know what I mean? You lose a game, you regroup, you sit down, you watch analysis of the game, you see where you went wrong, and you're working it in training, and you do all the fitness, do everything you need prepare for the next game. Like tonight, the game tonight, and then you decide, then you know what's all the senior players help sit down, talk, and say, you know what, we're gonna make sure we win all our games after win the league and do on the Champions League and do all the other cup competitions we're in. So I'm not worried. I wasn't really worried about the game losing. I was upset we lost the game the other day, but I wasn't in the meltdown like most fans were in the
like
meltdown.
in the moment we lost a game, last minute winner. I was on stream. I think some of my mates, most of my mates are not Arsenal fans, so they just told me, because I didn't know they were on my stream. They're like, "Oh, bro, I can't lie, I was there and I was happy. Like your reaction was priceless, innit?" But then when I saw it in the lap, bro, like one loss, I was like, "Fam, we looked leggy, we looked tired," and the reaction from the players after that goal, and I think something that's key as well. I don't know if you man noticed. Not one player tweeted or Instagram posted like, "Oh, we lost. We're gonna." Like, if you don't believe me, go look at every Arsenal player. Not one player tweeted or posted on Instagram saying, "Oh, tough loss, but we're gonna bounce back." So that tells me that they're understanding now, fam. That burnt them to even where social media kind of what do you call it? Trying to make light of it. It's like, no, we're gonna burn today, but tomorrow we're gonna go again, and we're gonna regroup, as you said. And this team has given us that. Like, from Sunderland draw, the whole world was going haywire. We came back from international break, smoke Spurs, smoke Bayern. Like, this team shows that they have that bounce back ability and the hunger in it. Like, that's what you want to see your players in amongst adversity. Do they really want it? And they want it. Every player is smashing the ground. Every player's put it at full time. Everyone's just there looking like we lost the league already, which we haven't. But fam, that's the passion that we want. Like, that's all you can ask for, in the end of the day, because we're not going to win every game. But I think there's certain type of games that I'm not saying you're allowed to lose, but you can understand. Like a Villa away, Anfield, you know, Etihad. Those are the type of games I would rather lose than a Wolves at home or West Ham at home, or, you know, from games that you should be winning. Like Villa away, not many teams. That's what I said to Abs against Sunderland. Not many teams are going to go to that ground and pick up 3 points. City themselves lost this season, if I'm correct.
Definitely,
Sunderland away is a tough ground for people to go to and get points. Every team has seen it, so it's like it'll be different for dropping points. Stamford Bridge, another one. Teams are not going to go there and just walk over Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. So
definitely,
hey man. It's what you say. You just kind of have to move. You kind of take it on the chin and you move. It's like with some of the wins as well. It's like not getting too giddy when we wipe a team and say, "Oh, we're the best." It's like enjoy it, and then you kind of move on to the next. And that's how it has to be.
Well, okay. So we've established that. Okay, we've taken the loss now. We've taken the L. Understandably. But one thing that I don't think we can ignore, is, you know, some of the injuries that we've got right now. And I think one of the injuries that I'm not even gassing about Saliba's injury yet. It's the Mosquera one that's Mosquera, I should say. Mosquera one that's baffled me, bro, because I don't want Timber playing centre back, bro. I'll be honest with you, man. I want him back in his position, his best position. And I think at the back we're a little bit. I don't know. What you guys think?
I would rather him swap Ben White and Timber for the meantime. Put Ben White centre back and put Timber on the right back, because I think Ben White is I think he's our best passer, one of our best passers in our team. Like the way he is, he's got the height. and Timber, you kind of keep him natural. But I think because, and I can't lie, Ben White did play. He was very good, and I think that right hand side was clicking in the second half against Villa. Like the Odegaard, White, and Saka remit, you could see how much their chemistry works, which is why I think Mikel wants to keep him there just for that basis, and knowing that Timber has the. It's tough because what can you really do? Like, it's either you're playing Ben White in there, you're playing Timber in there, but they're both going to play because we've got no options as of right now. The Mascara injury is just tough, man. But it's like, I think what Mikel was saying, like because why I'm more worried now is that the players that are playing now, even when the depth comes back, like Mascara, Gabriel, then the Timber and Whites might pick up their little niggle injuries because they've been playing a lot of minutes, not getting rest, not getting rotation, which is what my biggest worry is. It's what happened in our attack when we're having to play only Marino, Saka, and Trossard for those periods. Now Trossard is kind of caught up on him now. He's getting injuries. Obviously, Saka, maybe you've managed his minutes well enough. And obviously, Marino plays the role differently where he's not constantly sprinting in behind and stuff. So maybe he doesn't get injured. But it's annoying. I think at this point now, because it's been consistent all season, the injuries are annoying. And I don't really blame anyone in particular because Mascara one, he landed awkwardly, rolled his ankle, and look at him now, he's injured. Even Max Downham, apparently, he picked up an injury in the 21s game. And apparently it was a bad tackle. Someone, challenged him, took him out, and now he's out for 2 months. So these things just, it's annoying. Like the depth that we haven't really been able to see it in full flow because some players come back, some players leave. Like it's, but I think games like today is where you need to rotate a lot to kind of give some rest to players, man. I think that's
quick question here. Do you think we're going to actually rotate that much today? I hope we do, but do you think Arteta's going to rotate a lot?
What do you think, Chris?
I think he has to because we've got a massive game against Wolves on the weekend. I know everyone thinks Wolves in the relegation zone, but they're fighting for the life in the Premier League. I know a game in the Premier League is easy, so I would rather rest some players tonight and then have a full strength squad on Saturday against Wolves. I think that this game, any team we put out tonight, we should beat Club Brugge with any team we put out tonight. I know it's the Champions League, but other players have hardly played like Ranieri, Norgard. I want to see players that get minutes. Even Kepa and goal get minutes tonight in this game. Rest Raya, rest all the big guns tonight. Rest as much players as you can.
If we was to do a quick little predicted lineup before the lineup comes out in 5 minutes, what would we say? Like, we don't even need to put the screen, like, because I'm similar to you. I would put Kepa in for Raya. I think the back line probably stays the same, but I think because Calafiori banned for 2 Premier League games for the yellow cards thing, I think I would put Calafiori in today and rest Nketiah, just given that he's going to play a lot more minutes. And then
who's going to play in the middle then? Centre back.
So Timber, Calafiori, centre backs, Ben White and Lewis Skelly.
Okay. That could work.
Then Calafiori's going to be out for 2 games. Let Nketiah get a rest.
2 games or just 1? I thought it's 1.
Yeah, apparently it's 2 games still. He's not coming back till
20th of December.
There's 1 game. No, it's the 20th of December. So maybe it's 1 game, but I think we have a game. No, it's the Carabao Cup midweek. Yeah, I think it might be 1 game, but he's out still.
He's going to miss the Wolves game and then back for the Carabao Cup game.
Yeah, the Carabao Cup. But
Go about midfield.
Midfield. What would you go with? I think I would bring in Norgard. Obviously, Rice didn't travel, so Rice is not going to play. We know that for sure.
Norgard, probably Zubi's definitely there, then, isn't it?
I can't lie to you. I wanted to see.
I don't want it to start.
Norgard, Eze, and Wanyeri midfield.
Yes.
What would you guys go with? Because Odegaard's back in the starting lineup, he just came back. I don't want to rush him playing too many games. He gets a knock.
The funny thing is going to start Odegaard anyway, no matter what.
He probably will. He probably will. But I'm thinking front 3. What? Madueke, Gyökeres, Martinelli.
Yeah, that's a strong back 3.
Trossard's still.
Trossard didn't travel. Saliba didn't travel, and Rice didn't travel. And I can't like.
Who's up? What's the bench saying?
You have Saka, you have Marino, you got obviously one of Eze or Odegaard, whoever don't start in midfield. Zubimendi, you'll still have Nketiah.
Yeah, still got a strong bench. Yeah,
then you probably pack it with some kids in it, which you probably.
Do you care about this game today? Honestly, man, do you? Are you?
If I'm honest with you, this is the first game. I'm up. If we was to lose, which I don't think we will, or drop points, I actually don't care. Especially if we rotate, I generally don't care. I only care because I think it's good to bounce back with a win, with a loss of a win. I think if you lose 2 games in a row, even if it's a fully rotated side, you then bring the whole 2 losses on the bounce. All this kind of stuff's in it, yeah. So I appreciate you, Eros, man. Shout you out.
Yeah, big up to Eros in the building, man. Boy, we've got to talk about, man. Seriously, man, because I'm kind of like.
Or do you care how this result is, or are you my main thing is just rest players, like especially the main players. I don't really care. Like, I don't expect us to rotate and make our performance level go down. We should still have enough to beat Brugge with all due respect, even though they've performed quite well at home in Champions League. But
are we playing at home? I thought we was playing away.
No, away, but they performed very well at home in the Champions League.
They know. And the thing is, I think they're in elimination at the moment now, aren't they? I don't think
they're actually still. I think they might be.
You know, this is gonna sound pretty weird, but I don't care, but I do care because I want to see the backup players, how they perform. So it is a kind of like backup player watching, in it. You know what I'm saying? To see how they perform in it, because some of them going to be rusty in it. Some of them ain't played game time, while Bruges are going to be going for it. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to be Arsenal right now. It doesn't matter even if it's friendly or whatever. Everyone wants to be Arsenal because it's a flex in it. We beat Arsenal in it. Do you know what I mean? Best defense and all that shippiness. Yeah. I just be interesting to see how we play in it against you know, a team that are gonna try and attack us, try and counter attack us as well. So it'd be interesting. I don't want to see too many first starters in the team, bro. I'll be honest with you, bro.
Yeah, that's like me. Only the positions that are necessary where there's no real rotation. Cool. But maybe you have to give them a certain amount of minutes, then you bring on someone else to kind of play in a position and stuff. But I want to you see the centre back Marley Salmon, the 15-year-old centre back.
Yeah.
He's available. I would put him in if that means giving Timber a rest, please. Because
but I'm like, start, though. I don't think he would start though. I think
he wouldn't. But I'm like, you've started Max, or you've brought on Max in the champs. Maybe you give him a 50 minutes or so just to see, because if I'm Timber, you don't want if I'm one Timber injury now and then we're cooked really, because that's like we're asking Ben White, who hasn't played that many games, to now become game after game after game after game. He doesn't have the same. It's a tough situation. It's a tough situation. But I think I don't know about you, Craig, but I think if we rotate though, it will pose a more open game, like in terms of the neutral, like Club Brugge will have more confidence, and I think that gives more space for some of these French players to potentially express themselves. We'll see. I think let me see if the lineup is out. Give me 2 seconds. No,
Craig, in terms of your score prediction today, what do you think? What do you think the score will be tonight?
I don't know. I'll take a cheeky 1-0 win. You know, I'll take a 1-0 win. If we rotate the score, take a cheeky 1 or 2-0 win. You know, I don't have to win a game by loads of goals, because if we rotate the squad, if we pick a strong squad out there, we have to beat them. But they're a good team, They've got some good players. So I'll take a 1-0 win, clean sheet, boost confidence, go into the Wolves game confidence. So I'll take a cheeky 1-0 win.
What about you? What about you, Abs?
I think we'll concede tonight. You know, I just got a feeling we'll concede, because Arsenal are one of them teams. Yeah, when you make too many changes, yeah, they don't look. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, they're not going to look as good as the first team. So, you know, I can see us maybe conceding. So probably, I'll just say maybe a 2-1 in it. 2-1 Arsenal win it. You know, a tight game, but maybe a 2-1. I'm hoping this game's exciting as well. I hope it's not just one of them games where it's just boring and stuff like that. I want to see a bit of entertainment tonight.
I think what you said, I would say I'm going 2-0. I think what you just said, I think I looked, Club Brugge are 28th in the Champions League ranking, so they're going to try and, obviously there's like 36 teams in it, so they're going to try and come out for this game, in my opinion. Obviously they're at home, they're going to expect their home games to be the greatest opportunity to win. Obviously, they did draw against Barcelona, and the last time they played at home, so I'm pretty sure they have confidence going against a big team.
Yeah,
and I think, do you think the players and like Mikel, they separate the Prem and the champs? Like when we're having champs games, given that we've won all our champs games so far, do you think they come into this with a kind of take our minds off the Prem for once? You know, we're in this competition, let's play some good football. Do you think it's a continuation of every game is part of the season and everything that is all linked? What do you guys think?
I feel the Champions League is good for the Premier League. I think in the Champions League, you have more time, and space in the Champions League. It's not like the Premier League, but there's less low blocks in the Champions League than the Premier League. If you notice, in the Premier League, teams come against Arsenal, 10 men behind the ball, and just want to defend for the whole game, don't want to attack. In Champions League, everyone's open, Like the other day, he rather just scored 5 goals against an NPR, because I think it was the last game, and then they both teams was going back and forth, back and forth. Like, so that's the kind of team how it goes in the Champions League. Is they see a lot of goals in the Champions League compared to the Premier League, and it's more like, if you make a mistake in the Champions League, you get punished. Even the average team, you would say, can punish you in the Champions League if you make a mistake. So you have to be careful how you play as well. So that's what I have to say. That's what I think as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of echo those sentiments. Champions League is Champions League, man. It's different, in it. It's different to the Premier League, innit? The worst teams have got quality. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're the worst teams. They don't play with fear, in it. Do you know what I mean? It's either we win or we lose, in it. It's none of this, low blocking and all them kind of things. And yeah, there's not much respect, man. So these men want that scalp, in it. Just even if they're going out of the competition, they just want to have that result.
Have a special night, in it.
Yes, that's their special night, innit? Obviously, the crowds is gonna, the 12th man Champions League nights under the lights are just special, in it, for a lot of teams as well. So yeah, man, I think if we go into this game thinking it's gonna be an easy game, we might come unstuck tonight. But yeah, I think it'd be a good game tonight. But in terms of like the loss, yeah, I know I'm going back to the loss and stuff, and I know we're going back Champions League. Do you think that would have any kind of impact on the players going into this game, especially the ones that started in that game, if they do start tonight? Shout out to everyone in the chat as well.
I'll answer quickly. I think it will just make them more motivated to want to win. Like, really, I think they're just like, the only way to put out a loss fully out of the way and out of the memory is to get a win, so that your last memories are winning it. So that's what I'll say. What about you, Quick?
Yeah, I think after normally you have a defeat, you want to get out your memory very quickly, and the game, the turnaround so quick as well. So since Saturday game is a couple of days after Saturday's game, so everyone must be focused and ready to get the win. You would hope.
What about you? Yeah, you gotta hope. But what about you? What about you, Waffle? Do you think it affects them, or do you feel like they kind of just put their minds away, memory of a goldfish, kind of look at this game in isolation? Like, similar to, do you think they look at it like a Champions League game, our former Champions League as well? We beat some good teams. Let's kind of just go again, or is it more of, we need to rectify Saturday going into Saturday, with some momentum and get a win?
The only thing for me, yeah, in this particular game, yeah, you've not got like a Rice as a leader. You may have Odegaard, I suppose, if he starts. Yeah, it's hard to tell, isn't it? It's really hard to tell, because you might be thinking also as well that players are getting an opportunity to play in it, so they're just going to just grasp it while they can, in it. So players be looking forwards, trying to make a mark in it. If I can do something, because it's all about players, isn't it, playing their role in the team, innit? Even if it's like a game like this and they win the game, yeah, it shows that, everyone's got their part to play in the season, innit? Just don't lose the game, innit? Just try and win the game. And that builds confidence in it all around the club. So when you're called on, the manager thinks, what, maybe you can do a job in it. But I want to ask you guys a question straight, yeah, and I want honest answers from you, man, because you have to like get off your chest certain things, yeah. What do you think about Norgard not getting hardly any minutes, this season? Anyone can answer that.
Go on, Kirk.
I'm a bit surprised, like, because you signed him in the summer as a squad player. So you think that certain games you're given minutes, like if certain, like some games, especially the Tottenham game when Superman was struggling, Chelsea game was struggling as well. You think, swap him up for a couple of minutes and get someone else to give more guy minutes. Even the Brentford game last week, he didn't even bring him on at all. And I thought, it's against a former club. To take, player was so tired, brought him on with his Premier League experience and everything. So I'm a bit surprised hardly got any minutes this season. The only games he only plays in the Carabao Cup. And that's like, what I mean? So I thought he'd get more minutes than he had so far. So either the manager's looking at it thinking, you know what, maybe we didn't really need to get him. Maybe it's a stopgap to get someone better on this ordering. But I'm a bit surprised that he has hardly played a lot of games.
Yeah, I think Norgard was always brought to be a stopgap, like for us to not rush that back up to Zubimendi signing and really scout, give us a year or two to kind of look and play him. I think some context, obviously. I think like what you're saying, in some of these games that you might want to bring him on, it's been tough to kind of bring him on because it's like in the Brentford game, for example, we were 1-0 up for time until the Saka got that last minute goal, which makes it a riskier game, innit? I'm pretty sure if Mikel brings on subs to see out the game, a lot of fans will be like, oh, why are we seeing out games? Why are we not going to kill the game? I think against Villa, similar thing. He brought on a lot of attackers to try and win the game. Against Chelsea, similar thing, brought on a lot of attackers to try and win the game. So these games are kind of giving us context where it's not, all but done, and you kind of bring on, like the way the Spurs game was, where he kind of made some rotation and brought some players on to give them some minutes. Like we haven't been seeing games out, and a lot of our games have been close late. So I think you want to kind of keep a stronger squad on there, which I'm not saying is necessarily great, but yeah, I think he played both Carabao Cup games. I think he's come on in a couple of Prem games, a couple of Champs games as well to kind of see it out when it's been necessary. But he's more in the El Neni role than even the Jorginho role, because Jorginho did play a lot more minutes and was trusted. Obviously, we'll see if Zubimendi has an injury, what it looks like in terms of as Norgard gets some more minutes. But I think because a lot of us I think pre-season, we kind of thought, okay, Zubimendi coming to a new league, he's going to probably need some time to adapt. So maybe Norgard will be given the start. But I think because Zubimendi's come in and just fit like a glove, he hasn't had any injury worries, he's been the most available player. It's like, it's tough, man. Like what I'm hoping for is that moving forward now, that there's a lot more rotation, especially, but there will be, because the games, we have easier games. So I think there's a lot more opportunity. Wolves, you got Palace, Carabao Cup, you got obviously Everton at home, you got Brighton at home. Brighton at home. Villa payback, obviously we need that. So we'll see today, and I hope he gets a start today. It will be nice. But
what about man like Jesus as well? No one ain't talking about Jesus.
Hey, you know me, I've been talking about Gabriel Jesus. Yeah, he travelled. Obviously, I think we saw that him and Dam got because Dam's injury, they switched.
Yeah.
Registered Jesus and deregistered Dam, which makes sense in my opinion. And if he's travelling, obviously, apparently he played decent in that friendly game that he missed on Saturday when he played for the 21. So apparently he played decent. He looks sharp. He's way ahead of schedule. And I can't lie, like fam, I said the striking position is up for grabs right now. I don't think anyone has taken it yet. Obviously, even Gokras himself. That's why I said Havertz still has a chance when he comes back fit. There's an opportunity for you to make that your own. And Jesus is included in that. Like, if you get a minute or two, and if Jesus gets a little run, December time is normally his month, obviously because his birthdays, and Andrew, can let me not be blasphemous. Let me relax. But December time, Jesus comes out to play, and I hope he gets some minutes today. Like, I'm hoping he didn't just travel just to kind of make the squad. Like, we can put the game away and you can give him like a little 25. Because I can't lie to you, like at least then you're not looking at the Marino Gokras option. You're looking at more Gokras Jesus, which is proper two different type of strikers, but two guys that are good in what they do themselves, proper. Like, and it gives Marino the opportunity to actually give Rice some rest, so we don't have to always play Rice, because Marino can actually play midfield. I think that's the main thing I'm looking for. Don't know about you, but I'm excited about Jesus, man. I love Jesus as a player, one of my favorite players in the squad. So,
do you know what? I don't mind seeing Jesus. A lot of this, obviously, there's people that don't want to see him, and because of obviously his injuries and stuff like that. But I don't mind seeing Jesus. I'm all for seeing something different in the team, because he offers something different when he plays. If he breaks down, though, I'm going to be gutted. But I'm all for seeing a little bit of difference in the team, because what he brings you in it is different in it to the other strikers in it. He's a guy that he obviously likes to dribble with the ball. He's quick. I don't know if he's lost some pace. He may have lost a yard of pace and that, but he's techie in it. He's techie on the ball in it, and gets fans off their seats in it when he does madness in it. So yeah, man, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Even if it's a 5-10 minutes, you know what I'm saying?
Let me just see a Jesus drop on the shoulder, receive it, a good touch.
Exactly.
Well, and I really, maybe for a bit more, and I'm with Latvia and what you said. I think Jesus will be good for
as well. Yeah,
or an option there, especially if Trossard is going to be out for a bit. I think having him there, you can obviously, and then you can actually rotate Eze and Odegaard a bit more in the central position. But I think I want to see Eze and Jesus play. I think those street type ballers, put them together, and they know. Like you saw how Eze used to play with Elise and
These days, I forgot about that combination.
Put Eze, Jesus, Saka, maybe even an Odegaard in the team, and you have a lot of guys that can play 1-2s, intricate, receive the ball, and all that stuff. I think it changes how Eze even plays that position, because if he knows he can fizz it into a man's feet, he can hold it, he can receive it back the way you know. It changes the way you play football. I know we all play football. Like if you are playing someone that you know can do certain things, you're gonna start doing more things because you're like, no, he can handle it, and that's what I want to see. I'm most excited for the entertainment side that we've been complaining about, the attacking football. I think Jesus can add a lot to helping us get that more, what do you call it, Arsenal style of attacking. Let me say it like that we are wanting.
So in terms of like players out at the moment, we've got Trossard out, Mosquera out, Saliba, I don't know if he's back fit yet. Gabriel, Kai Havertz, and Calafuri is going to be out with
right. And Rice apparently is ill, but apparently he might make the weekend.
Oh, is he ill? Yeah. Come on, let's have a serious conversation about these injuries, bro. And like, obviously, you can't help a lot of these injuries, but it is a concern, you know, especially like going into these, I would say, important months, you know, where we need to put points on the boards, and it seems to be happening to key players as well, the injuries, man. You know, like it's always a player that's doing madness and doing well, yeah, and then all of a sudden out. And we can say other teams have injuries, but I'm not looking at your team. I'm looking at my team. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like there's just constant injuries at our club at the moment. And you know, is it a massive concern for you guys? I know we've got a big squad, but it almost feels like the squad is shrinking, bro, with all these injuries.
I'm concerned because like we get one back, one in, one out, one in, one out, one in, one out. It's not that's the problem. Like, and not just this season, the last couple of seasons, last season was the same problem as well. Like, loads of injuries as well. I don't know if it's the training, like if the intensity in training is too much for the players. I don't know what it is. I can't say. I don't go to the training. I'm still to do every day, but it can't be every time it's muscular injury. All the injuries are either muscular or, you know what I mean. Like last season, Saka hamstring, Havertz hamstring, Gabriel Magalhaes hamstring last season, damaged hamstring against Fulham. All of them are muscular injuries. So I don't know. I don't know if the how Arteta does the training sessions and all that. If it's they must be very intense, because if they're always breaking down after a while, then you have to look into that and say, well maybe we can slow the investigation of the injuries, because it's too bad.
Apparently they have been, but it's just hard, man. But pause. Obviously, the lineups are out now, so I don't know if you guys want to know them.
What do you mean? Do you guys? This is
you guys want to know them?
Bring it up, man. Bring up the screen.
Share. Yeah, you can display it still. I'll share the.
Or should I just put up that thing?
No, share the screen still. I think you just have to put it on.
Sure. Oh, okay, yeah.
You can see it.
There we go, guys.
So that's what Ryan goal.
Why is Ryan goal, bro?
Norgard centre back.
What?
Papier, Lewis Skelly, Zubamendi, Marino, Odegaard, and then Madueke, Martinelli, and Gokeres up front.
Hold on, let's just go through each section. So we've got the defense, we've got midfield, and we've got up top. Let's go through the defense first, yeah. How are you guys feeling about the defense? So Raya in goal, White right back, I assume. Norgard centre back.
Norgard centre back.
He's never played centre back for us.
To be fair, I'm looking at. No, I think he might have played centre back a couple of times in the past. But I think Timber's not in the squad, innit?
That's good. Who's the subs we've got?
Subs are Kepa, Setford, Josh Nichols, Marley Salmon, Calafiori, Copley. Josh Nichols is the right back, the academy right back. He's a good player, but he's small.
Oh, he's good, yeah. He's good, yeah.
Wanieri, Eze, Saka, Jesus,
big up.
Let's
look at that back four. Yeah, what are we saying about that back four? Obviously,
I think that's all that we could have fielded, isn't it? If Timber's not available, which he's not in the squad at all, like, fam, you're going to the territory of either playing an academy player there, or you're having to move, you know, one of the more defensive midfielders back one, which it seems like we've done, innit? Like at least Norgard might get some minutes now. So
I'm a bit surprised that Mendy started tonight. I thought I could have rested him. Maybe could have played Ethan in there.
Yeah, Ethan. I did think Ethan would get a start, but I don't know if it's still...
Is Ethan on the bench?
Yeah, he's on the bench.
Yeah.
If I'm looking at Mikel's way of thinking, I'm assuming he's going more want to get a good win. You know, I don't know if we can secure knockout berth if we win today, but I do know if we win today, if we win today, 118, and I think whoever's 9th place is on 11. So even if they win, they're getting 70. So it might be secured today, not first place, but in terms of securing the knockout position, it might be done after the win today. So maybe Mikel's looking at that. Maybe he's looking at bad loss, get a win straight in some of these players' minds, and rotate. Or if Rice is injured, maybe he's looking at this is the midfield he might start. So
is Eze on the bench? Did you say?
Yeah, Eze's on the bench. Eze, Saka, Jesus.
Yeah. What do you think of that midfield, man? Because I don't like that midfield, man.
I like it.
I don't, man.
I think when they've played together this season, which if I can give you the games they played together, I think that was Olympiacos at home, the Champions League game, which I think we played some good football in. I remember. There was one other game that I saw them playing. I think I saw them playing. Yeah, that's a mad stat, by the way. So shout out to you for getting that. But I think, do you know what it is? You have to remember, I tell you two things. Marino and Zubamendi have played together for 6 years, club and country. They have chemistry that's probably the best in our team, innit? That's just probably undoubtedly.
You've got no runners in that midfield, though.
Bro. No, I know, but you have a lot of ball players. So maybe the technique today is to have a lot of guys that can pass the ball, and you've got a lot of runners in attack. All our three attackers are runners. By the way,
maybe Skelly's going to do the inverting as well.
Yeah, Skelly will invert. You have Marino that can join the attack as well, and you have a lot of passes, and you have a front three that is full of run. Like, if we started this front three against Villa, I would argue that we'll have a lot more ability to stretch them in behind, pause, and stretch the play, which gives us more ability to not get pressed. I think having some passes in there makes sense. And
interesting.
But Club Brugge are all runners against Barca. Yeah, maybe we'll try. We know it might be an open game, and we'll put in some runners in there, and we're putting your greatest ball retaining midfielders in the midfield. Like, these guys have played the whole season together at Sociedad. I think when Odegaard was on loan there, it was these three starting. So there's an element of chemistry, the element of that on the ball they're going to be good in terms of retaining it, passing, moving. It's whether they can get the ball moving to the attackers and retain it well, which I hope Marino and Zubamendi's chemistry that we haven't really seen a lot this season because we haven't seen them play in midfield together a lot. I hope it shows out because when we watched them for Spain, they look great. When I watched them in clips for Sociedad in a couple seasons ago, they look great. Obviously, different league, different type of football, but we all talked about Champions League being a more open game, less low blocky. So it might suit these guys, man. I don't know about what you think, Craig, but that's what I'm looking at it like that.
What do you think, Craig? It's gonna be like a technical midfield tonight. Not like I would love to see Eze get a start because I think he's been playing well for us recently. He's been playing very well. I think it was very unfortunate on Saturday playing out of position because he's not a left winger. When he played in the 10 for us when Odegaard was injured, he got so many assistant goals. Am I wrong, Abs? Am I wrong, Kate?
Nope.
No, you're not wrong.
And I feel like he was everyone made him the scapegoat for the goal that we conceded on Saturday. I don't think that was fair. Because not his position, like he's better than the 10.
Yeah, but he did switch off though, man. Like, because if he was playing the 10 and he was in that position as well and he switched off, I'm still gonna blame him.
No, but the thing is as well, there you got everyone wants to blame him. But look, what's Calafuri? Calafuri's playing centre forward, centre midfield, playing all over the place, not sticking to his position. So he has to cover him as well. So if Calafuri sticks his position, then that goal maybe will not be conceded. I think Calafuri sometimes as a defender.
What about question this in it? If it was Martinelli there instead of Eze, do you think Martinelli would have followed his man and defended? Like in terms of Eze, because Eze got his body shape. I'm not even trying to blame him. He got his body shape wrong, and he ended up looking at the ball and forgot that the man was behind him. By the time he ended up deep in the man's behind him, it was too late. So I'm not blaming him for the goal, but I blame him for if he was more aware, he possibly could have cut out the cross or made it harder for Cash to get a clean strike on goal.
I think with Eze, Eze's not known for his defensive quality. So I think two things can be right at the same time. He does switch off in that moment. But also as well, yeah, him playing that position, I'm not comfortable with him because of that reason. You know, his defensive duties. It's all good when you're attacking and you're going forward and stuff like that, yeah. But when you play on the wing, you have to be defensive as well, and you have to run back and forth. And I don't think that suits Eze's game at all. If it's all right if we're on the front foot, it's okay when we're on the front foot and we've got possession and. You know,
I think in that game against Villa, where it was going to be a battle, them and a physical team, they play quite direct.
I think Martinelli would have suited that game.
Yeah, I think that game, like Mikel and obviously his subs at halftime, making 2 subs at halftime tells me that you got it wrong and you're changing it basically. So, which is fine. Well, not fine, but it's fine that at least he's been able to see it. But I think that game wasn't suited for. We had no outlet, like we had no runs, not one player in attack that was running in behind. So. Villa pressing us, and we couldn't just, someone make a good run, play their high line in behind, and play a ball behind, and get us up the pitch. We had to always play to feet. Our only outlet was Saka, and go to Saka's feet. They were fouling him, and he was doing well, but they were fouling him, and they were, getting a lot of joy that way. Like I think
you got names in the building.
If you had started Martinelli that game, and you have just someone that you keep running in behind, and we'll keep trying to find you in behind, it changes the dynamic of the game goes, isn't it? I think because we were getting pinned in, Villa were getting a lot of joy, but. I guess hopefully Mikel's learned from that because that lineup was just not the best to kind of get us that win in it. So
we need to talk this Norgard's. He's probably not if all goes well, I won't have a problem with it. Let me sort out the layout on that. Yeah,
I think more time because there's no one else there. Like, I think bro, centre back CDM is not too different a position, especially if you're gonna expect to dominate possession on the ball.
But this is Champions League, man.
I know. Different. But this is what the squad is at the moment, where Saliba's out, our first choice is out, second choice is out.
Timber, do you see him playing next? Sorry to cut you. Do you see him playing centre back against Wolves as well?
I have a feeling because Timber was in training. Obviously, I haven't seen any. I'm trying to refresh my page. Normally they put like a tweet saying, "Oh, such and such didn't make the squad because of such and such." There's nothing like that. So maybe they just left Timber at home so that he doesn't play, so that he rests fully. So I think Timber will be back for the weekend. For sure, but I think it's something to try. You're not gonna know. Like it's the same thing when we first saw Marino playing strike or coming on strike. We were thinking, what the hell? Then he backs 2 goals, and it's like fairs. So it's like with him.
Big up to Matty as well.
Building, man. Shout out Southern Guna as well. I think on the weekend against Wolves, I would make one change and I would put Ethan in for one of the midfielders, like for a Marino or something. Obviously, and Saka comes in for Madueke more than likely.
Do you have concern? I'm gonna keep saying this, Shed. We've got the ball to feet in the midfield, but going the other way when them men are running against us, who's gonna be the one apart from Zuba? Because for me, Zubimendi ain't got the physical traits, yet in the Premier League, and I don't think he's that type of player. Yes, he does foul players, and yes, he does get involved, but he's a small player in it. Do you know what I'm saying? And if there's big players, because Bruges got some physical players in their team, innit? They got some big, big brothers in their team, innit? So. Can you see our midfield getting overrun today?
No, because I used to think these things, and I think sometimes we get a bit hypnotized by wanting to over dominate teams physically because of the players that we have. But then sometimes, there's times I have myself looking at me. That's what I do. I look at Man City squad when they're playing certain games, and I look at the midfield, and Pep will start 3 technicians, and 2 of them will be tiny guys like Foden and Bernardo Silva in it. But I'm like, the thought process is we're gonna dominate this game on the ball. To where we're going to try and minimize the amount of chances this team has when we're off the ball, innit? And you're going to hope that the team has the discipline as the way we do to drop back into shape to protect some of these guys, because you're going to the best way to is different styles. So the style we're trying to go today is pass them off the park. It might work, it might not work, innit? But do you know what I mean?
Norgard starting, boy, 10. What are you talking about?
Norgard not even on bench, but maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't see the lineup in it, but obviously, man, I'm not really worried about it. I'm more confident because I feel like if we had more of a lightweight midfield, because it's still a senior midfield, probably the most senior midfield you can play without Norgard, given the players that are available. Because if we had played a more attacking midfield the way we talked about it, we'll probably be more susceptible to a counter attack. If we had an Ethan and Eze in midfield with a Zubimendi or with a Norgard. Now having Marino, Zubimendi, Odegaard, Odegaard's work rate off the ball is immense. Marino is very good off the ball, and Zubimendi's shown some good traits, I should say. I just got to hope that they can dominate the ball and keep the ball moving fast, boss the midfield, and then that way Bruges have to change their approach because they're not really getting onto the ball.
Let me ask you guys a question, yeah? And do you think Norgard's not Norgard? Do you think Odegaard slows down our game sometimes?
Takes too many touches sometimes.
I think
Eze and Norgard, sorry, Odegaard, bloody God. They're two different types of players.
They're different players. I think seeing Eze, Odegaard out for a while, we've got to see Eze a lot in the 10. And I think Eze is a better final third player in terms of his final pass or his ability to shoot is amazing. And I think it's more deadlier than Odegaard. Even though I can't like that shot that Odegaard had against Villa that Martinez saved was a ferocious shot, but cool. But I think they're different players. That you can see a lot of games where you can see 20-minute spells where Eze is not in the game because he doesn't really show for the ball. Doesn't really get. One thing about Odegaard is that he does show for the ball. He does want the ball a lot of the time, and he does get the ball ticking. His ball retention is amazing. I think the pressure with what I think against Villa,
but his defensive duties isn't though. But yeah, carry on.
I think against Villa, he was one of our best players in terms of just the wanting to try and make things happen, getting the shots, getting the positions, getting the ball moving. And he plays it differently to Eze, and they're different players. Like we all last season, we saw what Odegaard was on. We also said that he's more of an 8 than a 10, and he plays like that. But I think they have different traits for different games. Like there's some games you're going to want a final third killer, you put Eze in there. There's some games where you're going to need a bit more control in the midfield, and Odegaard gives you that. And I think sometimes we have to adapt that because we've talked about so many games where we haven't had control, like Chelsea game.
Do you think the manager's going to do that though? Because Odegaard's back from injury and he's starting against the Villa game. He's starting tonight, obviously for fitness. I get it, but it almost seems that Odegaard is literally
but Odegaard is the captain, isn't it? So it's like, bro, your captain is eventually when he gets fit.
Brother, anyone, I don't care who you are.
No, but I'm saying we have to think.
Anyone can get dropped, bro.
I think a bit like this, innit?
Having a bad performance, you get dropped. I've seen him drop so many times.
I think of it like this, innit? Like Eze's been playing well up until that Chelsea game when Odegaard was fit. The Chelsea game, he was getting punched up by Caicedo before he got the red card. Couldn't really get into the game. We couldn't really have control of the midfield. We put on Odegaard. We start to have a bit more control of the ball. We start to settle down a bit and pass. Against Brentford, I don't know if Odegaard started. I think he did. But Eze came off the bench, played left wing. Against Villa, Eze more than likely he's going to play left wing if he wants to start with Odegaard. And he didn't really get into the game because he wasn't effective. But I think there's going to be games
together. Like actually,
I think in that type of game against Villa, physical midfield, Onana, Kamara, you're going to try and play at your strongest midfield, isn't it? But when you're playing the Wolves at home, I don't expect you to play both Rice and Zubimendi. You can play one of them and you can play 2 10s. And I think that's where we'll start to see that. Those two, in it, I should say. But they're two different players, man. Go on, sorry, go.
I think Odegaard can play further back and make Eze play in the 10. I think Odegaard play in the 8, Rice in the 6. Against Wolves, I'll rather impress Zubimendi and play Rice. If Rice is fit and available, you play Rice in the 6, Odegaard in the 8, and Eze in the 10. Because Eze can do special stuff. Like when he gets the ball, he can do his passing, he can set up, get an assist or get a goal. So, but the thing I've said, the only problem I'm worried about is that like as soon as Odegaard got fit, Eze is out of the team or out of position again. Like I think he played very well with Odegaard's absence. He was doing very well. Odegaard was injured, stepped up a lot against Tottenham, stepped up. You know what I mean? Did what he did for the team to help the team. So how do you think he must have been feeling on Saturday coming off at half time? You know, for the team, what? I don't know how he felt. He must have been disappointed.
Definitely. Should we speak on one player before we go? Yeah. Man like Gyökeres. What's the expectations quickly before everyone go around the circle before we end? Circle, I mean, round the panel.
I need a goal and just better hold up play than what he gave us against Villa because I think that 45 minutes was poor when he came on, in my opinion. Obviously, but there can be reasons for that. He's just coming back from injury and all that stuff. But I think now that he's starting, he needs to get to grips with the game quickly. You know, ball into your feet, hold it. You know, keep it moving and get some good runs in behind. Try and get a goal, man. From goals are a healer for strikers.
Craig,
need some goals and assists tonight from him. Get some goals. If Jesus comes on and them two can link up together, that'd be nice. So want some goals for him tonight, at least 2 or 3 goals for him tonight, just to boost his confidence and win the game for us.
Definitely. People, if you haven't slapped the like button already, then you are a waste man. Yeah, I said you are a waste man. Make sure you slap the like. If you haven't subscribed to Capes channel yet. His name is in the description. Craig's channels, because Craig's big in this year. Craig's got channels. He's not just got one channel like the normal man. He's got channels, and he does podcasts. Yeah, so make sure you go and subscribe to man like Craig in the building. And yeah, man, Gyökeres, I hope he gets a goal today. I'm not gonna hate on Gyökeres, but I know the rivals always hate on man. Do you know what I mean? Just give him time. He'll come good, man. But anyway, people, yeah, we're gonna leave it there. We're gonna be back here at 7:30 p.m. or 7:45 for the watch along. Me and Cape doing the watch along, and another one. It's another one. Club Brugge versus Arsenal. Listen, people, big up yourself every single time. And look after yourselves, peeps. We out.
Peace. See you guys in a bit.